Hi, boys and girls. Hey, remember yesterday we read this story called The Garden Helpers? Now, I'm not going to read it again because it would take too long, but I'm going to just go through and just kind of remind you of some of the garden helpers, the insects that helped in the garden. Remember the ladybug? I'll turn this page. Yeah, oh, the earthworms. I think I forgot about that when I was doing that comprehension page. The earthworms dig through the dirt, and what they do, it's almost like taking your rake and stirring up the dirt with your rake or your shovel so it doesn't get so packed in there. And then also they go to the bathroom in the dirt, which fertilizes the dirt down here. So the worms are actually helpful. Worms are good for your garden, aren't they? They keep the soil nice and fertilized, and healthy soil helps plants grow stronger. And remember why ladybugs are so helpful? Because ladybugs eat aphids, and aphids eat leaves, right? Okay, remember the green lacewing, the insect that flies with the beautiful wings that look like lace? They also eat aphids, so we like these insects. Dragonflies eat insects. They can even fly. They can eat the insect while they're flying. I never knew that. Praying mantises protect the garden from bugs. Okay, they will eat any bug that they can catch. Okay, spiders are helpful to people, aren't they? We always think of spiders as dangerous, but really there's only a few poisonous spiders. Spiders are actually helpful to us because they make webs, and the other insects get stuck in their webs like flies and mosquitoes. Those are two insects I don't like. Okay, caterpillars eat leaves on a plant, but caterpillars grow into butterflies, and butterflies help pollinate. So they land on the flowers, and then they fly to another flower, and so it helps. They help the flowers, and so it says that lots and lots of insects are helpful in our gardens. Now today I have, it's not a story, it's a poem. It's actually in the teacher's book. So here, I'll show you the front of the teacher's book. It looks just like our workbook, but it's my book that has directions in it. And this is a little poem. It goes like this. Hurt no living thing, hurt no living thing, ladybird nor butterfly, nor moth with dusty wings, nor cricket chirping cheerily, nor grasshopper so light of leap, nor dancing gnat, nor beetle fat, nor harmless worms that creep. Okay, I'm going to read it again. Hurt no living thing, ladybird, a ladybird is a ladybug. Ladybird, nor butterfly, nor moth with dusty wing, nor cricket chirping cheerily, nor grasshopper so light of leap, nor dancing gnat or beetle fat, no harmless worms that creep. So what they're telling us that we don't need to hurt or kill the insects because most insects are helpful. Now, that is not so much I do not like flies. And when they get in my house, I swat them with a fly swatter because they carry germs, and so do mosquitoes. But if I found a worm, I wouldn't kill it. I wouldn't step on it. I would put it in the garden because it's going to help the garden. Would you guys kill a butterfly? Absolutely not. They're beautiful and they help pollinate the flowers. Okay, so there are some insects that we do not want to harm, right? Okay, what I do, usually when I find a bug in my house, I just take it outside and put it in the yard. Okay, now we are going to use that story in a minute, or that little poem, but first we're going to read a few sentences here, okay? Blending words with be, and I'm going to do just like I did yesterday. I'm going to take my highlighter and just read them. And oh, actually, I will do that, but there is something to do on this page. I didn't notice that. Let's read the sentences first, okay? It is big. We've got pictures over here. Okay, I don't think they're talking about the bat. Let's keep reading. This is a bat. Bat. There we go. So this is a bat. I'm going to draw a line all the way up here to the bat. It is big. I'm going to draw a line to the big elephant. Here we go. I see a bib. I see a bib. And this one says, I see a egg. Bag. I see a bag. Okay, so I see a bag here. Mommy's buying groceries, so she's got one of those shopping bags. I'll draw a line like this. I see a bib. When you look closer, you can see he's looking at a picture of his mommy and baby, and the baby has a bib. So I'm going to go down like that. So read the sentences and match them. Now this page, the back of this page is very easy. This is verbs. Now if you remember, verbs are action words, okay? So you see a boy, but we're not going to, and this says boy, but we're not going to circle that. We're going to circle the word that shows what he's doing, the action. The boy is reading. This says read. Now some of those words might be hard to read, but I think you'll be able to tell the difference between boy, starts with a b, read starts with a r. Or you can get a grown-up to help you. I'm going to circle read, okay? Now, this is a boy again, and he's brushing his teeth. And you see the two words down here, brush and teeth. One of them is a thing, your teeth, right? One of them is an action. Which is action, brush or teeth? Brush, right? Whether it's brush your hair or your teeth, that's the action, right? Because you're going like this, okay? This says dad. This says sing. Doesn't really look like a daddy to me. It looks like a boy. But, okay, which of these two words is the action? What is the boy doing? Sing. Okay, action words or verbs. Okay, this is a duck. Okay, a duck, that word is just a noun because it names something. It's a naming word. Okay, the action is swim. Duck and swim. Okay, this is a bird. The words say fly and high. The bird is flying high, but which is the action? Is high an action? No, not unless you're waving high. No, this one, fly. Fly is the action. So you circle the verb or the action word. We'll just go ahead and do the last one too. Look at, they're dancing. So this word is fun. Yeah, they are having fun, but that's not the action. The action is dance. I think they can do that. If you watch the video, you'll be able to do it because I did the whole entire thing. If you don't watch the video, you're going to have to give a little help because some of those words will be hard to read. Okay? Now this, I'm just going to go over really quickly. You just have some sentences to read. Now I want to use my highlighter. Okay? It says, I am big. I am big. And we stop at the period. I can go in here. When they first started giving us sentences, they were just a few words. Now they're giving us 2 sentences to read together. Okay, so the boy is big, okay? Maybe a teenager, maybe a dad. And he's going into the bank. Maybe he's got some money in that briefcase, right? I am big. I can go in here, okay? And here's the lady sitting at the table. I go here. I bit this. She's eating her lunch there. Okay, this one says see Kim. See Kim. Kim bit. Kim bit it. She's biting into fruit. Now, mom and I can go here. So I'm just underlining as I read. And what is that place? Drive-through. It must be, thank you, doctor. I am so sorry, my eyes, I can't read that. Okay, mom and I can go here. I can't exactly tell. I can't read it, it's too small for me. So you guys can read that. Some kind of a store, there's people waving. Oh, is it maybe an airport? I'm not sure where that is, but they're waving, right? So here's the boy and his mom, and the people inside are waving. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My eyes are getting bad. All right, now this one here, when you tear it out, this is compare details. Now we're going to compare the 2 things that we read. Yesterday we read Garden Helpers, and today I read you the poem, Hurt No Living Thing. All right, now did you notice that they talked about a couple of the same kind of insects? Okay, so in this one here, ladybugs and butterflies, and later on it talks about worms. So both stories talked about worms. I think I have to turn it back like this. No, let's turn it like this. Both stories had butterflies, didn't they? They talked about how butterflies pollinate the plants. Okay. And both stories had ladybugs. I'm going to make the antennas, and let's put the spots on the ladybug. Okay, got a ladybug. And then both stories had worms, earthworms. The earthworms were crawling through the dirt, keeping it nice and healthy soil. Okay, now hurt no living thing. There were some other, so this is both stories is in the middle. Garden Helpers also talked about a praying mantis. And let's see if I can make that a little better. All insects have antenna. Okay, it looks a little bit like a grasshopper. I'm going to put the legs going up like this. And then they look like a praying mantis because they have, it almost looks like their hands go together like they're praying. Okay, see? So those are the legs that are going back. And then these are up here, the praying mantis. And when they're like that, it looks like they're praying. The other thing from Garden Helpers, another insect, I remember that, the dragonfly. And I'm going to draw it again. Here's the wings. All right, and remember the spider. The Garden Helpers talked about the spider. So the two selections were a little bit alike. They both talked about insects and bugs, but maybe not the same ones, huh? They had different insects in there. Now in Hurt No Living Things, a couple of the insects they talked about one was a grasshopper or a cricket. Oh, and a moth. A moth is kind of like a butterfly. There's a little bit of a difference though. They fly at night, not during the day. Different things. So I'll put the moth over here, and then also the cricket. Insects have 3 body parts, 6 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An antenna. Here's my cricket. Here's my little moth. And then this story talked about a beetle. A beetle. I'll make a big beetle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Both stories talked about these insects. A ladybug, a butterfly, and an earthworm. The Garden Helpers also talked about a dragonfly, a spider, and a praying mantis. And then the poem I just read you also talked about a little moth and a cricket, a grasshopper, and a beetle. Okay, so they had something in common. They both stories that we read the last 2 days were about insects, okay? But they were different. They had different insects. That's it. So you just have to take a picture of 2 of those pages that we did. You don't have to take a picture of the front and back. I just want to see that you did that. And guess what, guys? Look at this. Our workbook is done. I'm going to throw this whole thing away. Okay, and it is up to you if you guys have been doing your pages along with me and posting them on Seesaw. I don't need to see these pages. They're just practice pages. If you did not, maybe you've been doing the workbook, but you just haven't turned in any of your work, then you can return it. Have your moms and dads bring it back with you with all the things in your basket, and then I can stamp them and check them off and make sure they get onto your Seesaw journal page so I know that you've been doing the assignments. Okay, that's it. Bye.